team has hit home with some people. And the number of people in this room right now is very impressive too. So I think this is going to hear for good. That's why I decided to come down from Canada. I was convinced that this league was going to make it. And I think after this season, it's just going to get better and better and better.
Oh, hey, I know that one of the players for the LA team was talking about the tempo. Now, is this fast tempo for you? I mean, can you see your team playing a lot faster?
We didn't have any delay games, I don't think. So we played pretty fast. You know, they had a lot more plays than we did, but they were making some plays and running the football. We didn't have a run game really going tonight. That was kind of by design. They wanted us to throw the ball, so we took advantage of that.
The defense wanted you to
yeah.
throw? Oh, okay. So, but I mean, if you could, because you're known for such wide open passing offenses, is this a good representative of what you're going to do in this league?
Well, I hope so. You know, the bottom line is we won, but it wasn't all there. You know, we had some other chances to make some plays, and you know, it could have been more points certainly.
Joe, one of the things that's been talked about a lot, obviously, is what you do after the touchdown in terms of extra point. What was your decision? I mean, how did you come to your decision each time?
Well, I said before the game that if we score the first touchdown, we're going to go for one, and we did that. But I thought we'd be able to run it in there, but we didn't. And after that, we just kind of stayed on the two going for it. I think it's going to create a pretty interesting finishes to some games. You know, you can get back in it pretty fast if you get the 2 or 3 point conversion. I don't know. Did we get 2 of them or 3 of them tonight? Do you remember? 2 or 3. I know we ran one in, and we had another one open. 2 other ones open, and we didn't hit them. But that's why I say you got to make the plays when you have an opportunity to make them.
Did you ever consider going for 3 at any point?
Not really. You know, we had kind of a formula upstairs that we kind of made via what used to be the 2-point, 1 and 2 point for the college and NFL. We have a chart, and so we kind of took all those analytics and put together our own chart of when to do it. And so it was basically the chart was telling us to go for 2 after we missed the first one.
Cole from Silly News here. How do you sort of replicate the positive results that you guys got tonight, next week?
Win again. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to get better though, because the next team coming in here has now seen you on film and know what you're doing. They're going to be game planning against you. Or coming into this game, we kind of knew the personnel stuff, but we didn't know really what they were going to do. I went back to look at Green Bay stuff where Winston was before to get an idea, and we kind of guessed right that that's what he did.
Coach, Brian Bearfield, Houston Style Magazine. How does it feel personally just to be back on the sidelines?
It feels good. I mean, I love Houston, number one. I love these kids, and you know, I was in Hamilton for the last year and a half, so I hadn't been on the sideline since almost a year, I guess. Yeah, but we've been practicing, you know, still involved in football since last July.
Do you think everything went smoothly today? The operations, just the whole game day experience?
Well, I didn't really have much to do with that, so I don't know about it. I thought the football part of it went pretty good. I mean, they had it pretty well organized for the introductions and the national anthem, and it looked like they had the fans into the game. I could hear them, and so I don't know what they did, but they got going.
Ryan Dunsmore, Fort Bend Herald. How much did it help with your routine to have all the preseason work here in Houston, to then have your first game be at home as well here? You don't have to travel anywhere.
Well, it probably helped us just because we didn't have to leave our facility, you know, where everybody else was here and back and here. But sometimes I think traveling like the other teams did, you know, you bond together more like that on the road. And so, you know, we're glad we didn't have to do that, and we're lucky that I mean, that's the first time we walked on that new field. I was a little concerned about that, but it was beautiful and it worked out good. Nobody slipped.
Coach, can you talk about just the experience of in the front? The transparency for the fans, all of, the mic'd up, the replay call, what you think that adds to the experience?
Well, I don't know, but I do know, I saw some things today. I was talking to Fox Television during the game on my headset, which I said, well, that's a little different. But I think that, the fans are gonna have to decide whether they like it or not. They're trying a lot of different things, which, the NFL stole some of the ideas from Vince from 2001 and the XFL. The camera in the middle of the field, that was a Vince McMahon deal from the original XFL. And they stole a couple other ideas of his too. So I would think the networks are looking at this hard and probably going to propose some of these things to the National Football League.
Kevin Keith, Houston Trend again. Are you afraid like the NFL?
Where's my top?
Right here.
Okay.
Kevin Keith, Houston Trend magazine. I mean, are you afraid like the NFL might try to steal some of your players, like quarterback or something?
I think that they will, but it's the player's option, Like if PJ continues to grow like he is and become a player, this is the first time he's actually got to be on a field on really an extended play. And so I'm sure everybody's going to be looking at him. He hung in there for 4 or 5 years, I think, but just never really got a chance to be a starter. So he keeps getting better. I think a lot of people are going to be taking a look at him.
Last question.
Yes, Coach. Ahmad Day, the Garage Apartment Media. A boring X's and O's question. I talked to you a few weeks back at one of the joint practices against the Vipers, I believe, and I asked you about the field goal. I mean, not the field goal, the kickoff.
Oh, the kickoff.
And it was a very new thing, and you even told me that you might consider onside kicking it because you didn't really know what to do. Are you happy with the kickoff?
I think it's going to be hard to get returns. I was kind of, we almost popped one, but that was a kind of a weird play. The ball popped up and he was fumbling it, and he's lucky that one guy didn't hit him right when he was going. But I think there's some learning to be done now that we have played a game, and we'll look at the film and come up with some schematics to maybe make it more wide open for kickoff returns. But I think it's going to be hard to get kickoff returns from the way that we're doing it right now.
Okay, thank you.